What up, YouTube? It's Frisky Dingo getting back with you guys with another reaction slash review video. Always remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this video because we are on a grind. That being said, today's video is just a reaction to the famous Microsoft purchasing everyone's favorite developer, ACTIVISION slash Blizzard. And it's really unprecedented. I'm pretty sure a lot of gaming outlets and news places really didn't see this coming, as Blizzard has always been a mainstay at the top 3 of game development. Even when they merged with Activision, they were still extremely popular, but it makes sense overall. I mean, if you're a fan of my channel, you've seen the videos I've uploaded. I've always been in content with Blizzard because of the development process when it comes to their current release games. That being said, I think games like Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, World of Warcraft Reforged are just the long line of problems that have always existed within Blizzard. The real problem has always been that, unfortunately, when it comes to Blizzard's development, when they were first a small team in the early 2000s, it was easy for them to develop games like StarCraft 2, Diablo 2, and take those a certain amount of years to develop. In today's time span, it's really not the case. Today's development, most games are coming out like Assassin's Creed every 2 years, development of 1 year, etc., etc. Games like game development companies like id Software are experiencing these same problems as they're trying to make Doom Eternal as a long-lasting game, realizing that most of these games and their timeline are very limited. Games like Doom Eternal are still receiving updates, expansion packs, etc., etc., but overall the identity of developing the game takes too much time out. Hence why we've seen currently, if you saw the most recent Doom Eternal update, you would see that now the challenge days are going up. From before it was 25 days at max 21, so now it's 45 days. So that means that's basically a month and a half of someone being able to grind and get the skins that they're looking for, and etc., etc. So that being said, I don't really think there's anything wrong with this situation in the sense of companies buying out other companies. Obviously, the problem is not going to really be with Microsoft purchasing. It's going to be the release of these games that people are and eventually are going to be waiting for. And that's the real problem when it comes to game companies like Microsoft purchasing these massive companies. You really have to have your hands like an octopus on over everything in your company to make sure that the development process for these games are going complete. That being said, I don't think this is going to do the game industry any well. The reaction is people are saying that Sony should go ahead and start purchasing Capcom and this and that, not realizing Microsoft purchasing these companies aren't on the basis of Microsoft wanting to develop more games. They're doing it in the sense of control of their Game Pass in the industry that they're releasing this Game Pass towards. They want to make sure that they have all available games, all available users, all concurrent users activated on their system. So, for example, a perfect example is like Minecraft, right? Minecraft necessarily doesn't have the most dedicated multiplayer fan base, but it does have a lot of kids who play it, who stay on the game consistently, like Fortnite. As we've seen right now with Epic, that's the current battle of game launchers and companies. They're trying to figure out how to keep these gamers on their platforms for a significant amount of time. So that's basically the current trend of the industry, and that's what they're really looking for. They're looking to basically be able to get the users online just like Epic does, have them sit and play a game for 3 to 4 hours, and then also scroll on their website. Now, from what I've seen with latest information, Steam's concurrent user system is down on their actual launcher. So basically that means not a lot of people are still visiting it. Most likely this will be due to the fact of Epic's launcher being incredibly successful during the holiday season with basically releasing discount codes, free games per week. They also do during the holidays of Christmas, the game release per day. So as you can see, that it's pretty much a significant game when it comes to the system of getting users online consistently. So yeah, so honestly, I don't really know where this is going to move forward for Microsoft. I think this isn't going to be a good thing. A lot of people are saying Microsoft is going to make these games exclusive. Wouldn't make sense. Their user base is based on the accessibility of all industries. That being said, I don't see Microsoft making a game like Call of Duty exclusive or bringing Crash Bandicoot back. Everyone is, basically spitting a lot of false information out there. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro have not been mainstays of Sony since the late 90s, early 2000s. So them Xbox having access to Crash Bandicoot and Spyro really don't matter, especially that Microsoft owns the IP for Skylanders. So technically Spyro has not been a PlayStation mascot for a very long minute. The same thing with Crash. That being said, I don't think that those games are going to be affected by this buying of the IP. I still do think that these companies are just buying it so that they can inflate their Game Pass / Now projects that exist basically for usuries. I don't think that Microsoft has the money or the outreach to basically develop all of these type of games all at once. That would be bad quality control. That would be a lot of bad inconsistent things that involve the industry. That being said, if hopefully we get more news and information on what happens to Microsoft next, because at this point they're basically a monopoly. So we have to really see if the people at B will also accept this deal. Some people at the top might see this as a monopoly. Some people might see this as control of industry. So the deal really has to go through the board of advisors, and then once the board of advisors accept, then they'll basically vote on to accept this deal. But I honestly believe that this deal is not going to go through based on our understanding of IPs. Activision being bought out with also Blizzard would be good for another company that's looking to basically rev up. Like I would say Ubisoft. Ubisoft would be the perfect company to purchase this, because they will benefit from the online platform and they will also benefit from the collection and the launcher. I don't think Microsoft is really going to benefit from this. I think the biggest point is just accessibility. They can have all these games on their Game Pass and then release it, and that's it. That's really what they're trying to do, build a massive collection so that players have this consistent library to go to anytime they feel like going to. And that's basically what they're trying to do. So if we get any more news or, we get any more updates when it comes to Microsoft basically buying the whole gaming landscape, I'll always update you guys. But other than that, my next video will most likely be would be most likely the beef between Ninja and Pokimane right now. I really want to get into that one and, just speak about how these certain times are setting bad precedents for content creators and people like myself who, do consistent streaming and basically are dealing with, people coming in and out of chat and ruining it and basically, making things not easy for people to actually enjoy themselves on streaming platforms. That being said, if we get any more news on this Microsoft buyout and or any more news on Activision / Blizzard, I will see you guys in the next one.